World Takes Podcast, episode 87. It's your boy, Big Mo. Got your boy.
It's Baby 1 2 of the World Takes Podcast.
Hey, y'all, we got a real special guest in the house for y'all tonight. I want everybody that's watching at home, watching on Instagram, tuning in from the YouTube, make some noise for Big Ella. This is episode 87. We're going to call this the makings of her episode. Ella, we got Ella in the building. Ella, tell the people how you feeling.
I'm feeling good, you know.
Welcome to the show, first and foremost. It's an honor. It's a pleasure. Thank you for coming out tonight.
No, thank you guys for inviting me. This is what's up. Thank you.
We're super excited. We got a special episode for y'all tonight. Before we get into all that, Beeb, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good.
Okay, you ready to go?
Yes.
Ready to pop?
Yeah.
It's your boy, Big Moolah. I'm feeling great. We got a little saying around here, Ella.
What is it?
We like to get straight to the shits.
Okay. I'm with that.
The makings of her.
You like getting straight to the shits?
The makings of her.
Yeah. Yep. What's up?
The makings of her. Tell me about it.
So, the making of her is basically about any young girl or woman, as a matter of fact, you know, go through things, a situation with a guy, no matter what he does to her, she just ride it out, trying to be a ride or die until she just can't take it no more.
Excuse me, yo, I messed up. Let me slow down. Before we even get into all that, I kind of jumped the gun. I'm excited if you can't tell. It's your boy, Big Mo.
Yeah.
Ella, before we get into all that, tell the people who you are and where you're from.
Okay. Well, my name is Ella. A lot of people know me as Biz. If I tell you, I'm from Hawaii, but I came here when I was a kid, so I'm from Hawaii / South Trenton.
When did you come
What?
of age?
I came here when I was I think 9.
What part of Hawaii are you from?
Waikiki Beach.
Make some
Okay.
noise.
That's what's up.
It all makes sense now.
What?
You look.
Oh my God. Somebody else said it. I was like, no, you just said
I
that.
swear to God on everything, it all makes sense now.
No, the lady, she's going to say, but baby, is that why you're... I'm like, yo, don't even do that.
It's the Waikiki.
Whatever.
You don't got no South Trenton in you. She's
Was
screaming
your
Hawaii.
parents is in the military or
My
something?
dad.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad.
Make some noise for that, man.
My dad.
Alright, so Hawaii / South Trenton, you came here at 9. Tell the people a little bit about what childhood was like for you. What was Hawaii like, and then what was the transition over here to Jersey like for you?
Well, in Hawaii, we basically lived on a base. School is not like here. It's outside.
Okay.
So it's the classrooms. You walk to each classroom. It looked like an apartment building, but not inside the building.
Okay.
Fire.
Yeah. So it was, for the most part, it was fun. It was different. I know it took us a long time to get there, but the back here to there is it took us 12 hours.
Was Hawaii the only place y'all were stationed at
No.
in your childhood? Where
We
else?
lived everywhere. Florida, North Carolina,
Okay.
LA.
Y'all was moving around a lot.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to make friends as a kid?
No, not really. But even as an adult, I'm really I have friends, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes I need to be alone. I'm like an introvert.
Okay.
Would you have siblings?
Yeah, I got a younger brother and an older sister.
Okay.
Are you guys close?
For the most part,
Okay.
you know how siblings be.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody doing their own thing.
You get over
Fighting?
here.
They be fighting?
What? Do me and my sister fight? Man, my sister used to tear me up when I was younger.
A word?
What? You don't see all these little marks from stitches and stuff?
Yeah.
Now I know you said friends aren't that important to you, but
No, they are important. Let's get that clear. Friends are important.
Okay.
But it's when you younger, you really play with your siblings and you find friends in school. So it wasn't really hard, but it's it wasn't hard for me to make friends, no.
I've always lived here in the city, right? So I just remember being a child, like if a friend would go to a different school or something, that's kind of hard on you as a child, like, cause y'all was rolling every day, whatever. As a youth, now you moving around, was it tough when you were moving from place to place and you were leaving people behind, or was it just like you was just ready to go, you rolling with your family?
Basically, when you young, you really don't know the difference too much. You just know that it's normal because we always was moving. So the only thing is when, like, during that time, it's like, okay, this is the norm. But when we came back to Trenton, when we got here, it was like we never left again. It's like you get to Trenton, you get stuck.
Oh shit,
That's true.
It is horrible because I'm like, Dad,
That's true. A lot of people, when they come to Trenton, when they come to the Jersey area, they don't end up leaving after that.
no.
They here for life.
Yes,
Or
I
they
used
might
to
leave
tell
them.
my mom, I used to be like, yo, like, you used to pick up and just leave at the Wimbledon dock. You get to Trenton, you get stuck. Like, why is we still
like your
here?
mother was like a stay-at-home mom.
No.
She was like working and stuff.
Because when my mom is always like work.
Yeah.
That's that
So
Capricorn.
like even
like
in
you can't
Hawaii
do-
and stuff like that, she was working while your dad was like.
No, she was back here.
Okay.
She was back here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I want to fast forward a little bit. We here, we in the town. What was that life like for you?
Okay. When we lived down South Trenton, honestly, a lot of people might don't know this. I used to get bullied a lot.
Really?
What? I had to fight every day.
By boys or girls?
No, my girls, I thought they were my friends, but I literally fought like most of them before we became friends. I used to actually get bullied. They used to say we thought we was all that. We have 2 cars, our house nice. Like, I can't help it if my mom
Right.
and we live in the projects. I'm living just like y'all. I actually used to fight every day. Like, I used to be like, oh my God, like, I used to be like scared to go outside because it just was bad. I legit used to get bullied. People probably don't believe that.
We don't condone bullying up here at the World Takes, man. If y'all watching at home, man, we don't support that type of junk.
You want to drop some things?
Huh?
Drop some names of some people
bullies,
that bullied
former
you.
bullies, you want to give up the
You ain't
we don't
gonna
fuck
mean
with
they
that
ain't,
shit up here.
they ain't turned out right.
No, because actually we friends now. I guess when you move somewhere you new, they don't know you the new kid. Oh,
Yeah.
who she thinks she is. And
See
we
what
all
you-
like close now. But boy, growing up,
Because you had to show them.
yeah,
That's
I had to like, man, y'all not gonna keep bullying me. Like, enough is enough. It used to be to the point where kids legit, you walk in, they push you. Like, I
How the
legit
boys?
used to
How the
get
boys
bullied.
treat you though?
You know the boys.
Yeah. Nah, cause you're a pretty girl. Like
Thank you.
you
Thank
get
you.
that a lot, right? Like on a daily basis for the most
Thank
part.
you. Mhm.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I want to,
You came through from Hawaii, by way of South Carolina, Virginia,
Waikiki.
LA. They like, oh, who that? Like,
You
know
don't
what I mean?
even- you don't even
Who
know
that
that.
with the 2 cars in the project?
Beef don't know that Waikiki beach.
You feel
y'all.
me?
They don't know what they coming like out there. I know.
Man, listen, tell me something.
Waikiki. That's what I'm going to tell you. Word is life. Make some noise for that at home, y'all. Waikiki.
Yeah.
Ella, I want to take a break. Before we get too far, before we go too deep, I want you to tell the people where they can follow you at. Where can they tap in at?
Okay, look, I wore a shirt for y'all.
You see the merch. Where can they find the merch?
You see it, keepingdior.com is my website. And on Instagram, you can follow me, Keeping Dior. And on Facebook is Ella NES. That was like the back on my shirt. I'm representing, you see
You
it?
got the greatest.
See them things. All right.
Yeah. Make some noise, y'all. I want to get into it. The making of her, Ella.
Alright.
They may not know at home right now, but that's part 1.
Right.
Tell me about it. When did it drop?
Well, it dropped this year. No, last year, December, right?
December?
Yeah, last year, December.
December 21. Okay.
Right, yep. And
The main character's name Dior.
Yes.
Okay.
And the guy's name is Stacks.
The guy who, like the boyfriend?
Yeah, the boy.
Okay.
Dior was trying to stay away from love, right? When she ran into Stacks,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is that how
Yeah.
it- is
Stacks. You got some sex scenes in there? Something for the fellas in the building?
it-
But guess what? You know what? I actually didn't do too much of that.
Okay.
But part 2, I got y'all.
Yeah.
Because
Shout out to the sex scenes for them love books.
Necessary, huh?
Yeah.
Shout
I
out to
heard.
the part 2s too, because part 2 mean you did something right with the first one. You heard?
Yes.
Anyway, Dior, is that a character loosely based on you? I know Dior, like, I don't know, the similarities was there. You tell me though. Was she loosely based on you, or was it just the ideal woman, what every woman goes through in
It's
their
like
life?
it's like kinda, but what you just said.
Okay.
Like it's basically like every young girl or woman go through things with a guy, but we don't be knowing that because they don't tell. Like, you know, I've been through some things and everybody gonna read it and be like, that's about her.
Yeah.
Right.
But some of it is like fabricated,
Yeah.
you know, but it's a fiction book.
Yeah. It's not an autobiography, just to be clear.
Yeah, just to be clear, no,
Especially when
it's fiction.
part 2 start getting nasty. You ain't really got that in you.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Right.
You're really a good girl.
right.
Yeah.
What was some of your? This is your first book, right? Mm-hmm. For everybody at home that doesn't know, this is her first book. We have it here on the table. Make sure y'all tap in. Where can they get the book?
They can get it. I have it on
KeepingDior.com?
hand.
Okay.
Or keepingdior.com, Amazon.
Okay, keepingdior.com, Amazon. Amazon also has the ebook. They also have the physical copies. You can tap in at others' Instagram. You can tap in on Facebook. Make sure y'all go grab that. Y'all gonna want to grab part 1 now before part 2 comes out. You definitely want to catch up on part 1. Trust me, this is something y'all want to be in tune with.
I want to know, like, if people order that on Amazon, say they ain't get it, right? For the refund, do you still make
Y'all
the
got-
money?
Not get a percentage, but no, actually it's printed through Amazon, so they don't got nothing to do with my coins.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Oh,
Don't order the book, however you choose to do it.
What was it that made you wake up one day and say, hey, I'm going to write a book?
Actually, I didn't wake up one day and say I wanted to write a book. I didn't have a choice. I needed, you know where I was at. You know where I was at. So I had to you know, do something to pass the time. Cause I legit was in a county, you know, for 2 years. So the only way you could get off the pot is to go do activities.
Right.
So I used to go to class. And while I'm in class, I just started putting my thoughts down, writing it. And then it just followed me from there to the feds and, you know. And I sat on it. I've been home since 06. So that's a long time. It was like I didn't know what direction to go at. So I was telling my brother, like I was telling everybody, you know, they probably was like, yeah, she just talking. So I was telling my brother one day, I was like, I really want to get this book out here, but I don't know how to do it. Mm-hmm. So my brother was like, you know what, sis, I got you. So you ever heard of the author Cardell? Mm-hmm. Y'all never heard of him? Mm-hmm. He wrote a whole bunch of...
Name rings a bell.
Yeah, he wrote a whole bunch of books. Or anyway, he plugged me into him. And I'm like, this name, I looked him up. He got so many books. So I'm like, he ain't gonna hit me up like, you know, or help me out. Hit me back immediately. And we've been tied in ever since. Like, he showed me direction. I said, that's crazy. That was a good lookout. Like,
that's what's up.
Alright, so Moolah know you better than I do, and some people who watching don't know you like that.
Right.
Now, you kind of hinted towards some things, like, are you okay talking about that time in your life?
Sure. That's what I'm here for.
Alright, yeah. So people do want to know stuff like that. So you was incarcerated for a period in your life. How long? And
Well, I was incarcerated for almost 4 years.
Okay. Why?
Ride or dying.
Yeah.
and I died.
You was riding down for stats.
Allegedly.
Make some noise for that,
So
yo.
what happened? That was This
LA here to be an inspiration.
2006.
Man.
If you was home, that shit long over. You could talk about
Yeah,
all
we
that
can
shit.
talk about it. Yeah.
All right. So what happened? Give us a story.
So basically, what happened was, I can remember like it was yesterday. So I basically was doing it, but I didn't really want to do it. It was like, you know, my peoples had went to jail. They had like, you know, people outside, and nobody was riding for him. Like
what? You was doing what? Like you was like trapping for him?
I was trapping.
What were you selling?
I was selling coke.
You were selling coke, like different coke?
No, I was, and that's the crazy thing. I jumped straight off the porch, like I was selling keys. So
okay. So you had like you do the plug and everything, and okay,
yeah,
all right, yeah. So
what happened was I didn't want to do it no more, but you know how you just have a feeling it's like you need to stop. But the crazy thing is I was only doing it for 3 months.
Okay.
And I went to go visit them. And when I went, I happened to make a transaction before I went.
Yeah.
And you know how you just got an instant, like, I don't want to go. Like, my daughter was sick. I was, like, telling him, like, I don't want to come up there because, you know, my daughter's sick. But my mom said she'll watch it because you know me, always
he
trying
was
to...
in the feds.
No, he was in the feds.
Oh, he was in the state?
Yeah,
Where
like
was he?
Yarville.
Okay, you was about to go visit him. You busted trap before that.
Yeah, so it's like, you know how sometimes you have situations where the signs be there to tell you don't go, and you feel it in your gut, but you just be like ignoring it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why now to the day, like I always go with my first instinct. If it tell me something ain't right, don't do it. Like I'm on it. Like I'm not doing it. So make a long story short,
Don't make the long story short. Make the second story. Don't make it short.
So that day, one night, I went to go visit, and when I went to go visit, out of all days I went, this one day they did the ion scanner.
Yeah.
So they take a vacuum and they vacuum your hand. It started beeping.
Yeah.
So they like pulled me to the side. So my heart, like, you know, cause I ain't even gonna hold you. Like I was one of those ones that was sneaking shit in the chest. Like you know, I was one of those that was just.
Was it one of those times?
No, thank God.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of those times.
You had
thank God.
shit in your car?
No, let me tell you. So the ion scanner, if you touch it, like if you have any type of like drugs on your hand, you ever heard about that?
Residue
or whatever. But you don't see it. But that scanner, it like vacuums. And it started beeping. Yeah. So everybody started looking all crazy. Like, I didn't know what it was. But then he was like, you got to stand to the side. Yeah. So when he said stand to the side, the captain and all them came out. And they was like, you got to come with us. So they ain't like, you know, hold me or nothing. They just like, you know, follow us. So when I went, it was like outside was a trailer. So when I went, they asked me what car I was in. And I told them. So they asked for my keys. So they went in my car. They had the dogs all in my car and the trunk and everything. No, they actually wasn't because it wasn't nothing in my car. Yeah. And then when they took me in the trailer, that's when they were searching my car. So the guy, I'll never forget, it was like this fat white kind of, you know, correction officer. The whole time he talking to me, the sergeant, but he on the phone. Yeah. So whoever's on the phone with him is asking him what to ask me. Yeah. So he like, he was like, you got any drugs on you? I'm like, no. He like, well, you got anything in your car? I'm like, no. So he like, well, they, the ion scanner came back positive for cocaine. And me, I'm quick on my toes. I'm kind of scared, but at the end of the day, I'm not showing them that. So I'm just like, I'm like, well, I did go to the corner store and, you know, it probably was on money or something, like, you know. And he was like, what corner store you went to? This is what they asked me. So I'm like, I went to the corner store out in North Trenton on the boulevard. So he's relaying everything I'm saying is going back here. Now, when he got done with whoever, they told whoever was on the phone now to like I know now, but I didn't know what was going on, but he was relaying. So whoever was on the phone told him that I could go, like let her go. Cause basically I'm already under investigation. So if y'all just state, and this is the feds, like let her go, cause So if we on to something.
Yeah.
Immediately the next day, I was being followed. And just me, I'll never forget, I came outside and I stood on the porch, I was looking around, I was like, something don't feel right. And I was like, nah, I just ignored it. I goes back in the house to get my daughter. So I'm grabbing the suitcase, I'm like, I probably need to get this shit out of here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but then I'm like, no, I'm gonna come back. Cause I'm like, if they was gonna come, I wasn't even thinking about that, but I'm like, damn, so you go and it was like, do it, and then if something was like, no, leave it, cause you don't want to be driving with that in your car. So I had to take my daughter to the doctor's, cause remember I told you she was sick. Mm-hmm. So I comes outside where I lived at in Hamilton. It's like a what's the name? Like, you know how you come in, it's like a circle, a dead end. Yeah. So I'm coming out the street, and when I come out the street, I'm on Nottingham Way. So you know it's that light and it's a park. Mm-hmm. So while I'm coming out, it's traffic because it's morning traffic. A green Explorer is sitting there. And I'm telling him to go ahead. He telling me no. So I see him. Yeah. I see the car. Yeah. So I'm going to work. And it's like everywhere I go, I see the green Explorer. Yeah. So I'm like, I feel like I'm being followed. So now I'm paying attention. So I get on the boulevard. I make a right going down Olden. Because my job was on Arctic Parkway. And that's like off of, you know, where them state buildings. Yeah. And you know across the street is like an icy shop over there.
On Arctic Parkway?
Yeah, and it's like an ice shop across the street. But it's like state buildings. Because I had a state job over there. Yeah. So I was going to tell my job that I was taking my daughter to the doctor and I'll be back later.
I think that's transportation.
No, it's not transportation. It's called something else. I can't think of it.
It's downtown?
No. It's on Arctic Parkway.
And that's how you on.
Yeah, you know that side street, if you come as the bank, CVS, and you go down and it runs in the Spruce Street, it's called Arctic Parkway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, got the subway and all that, the street, right? Yeah, that street.
Across from Home Depot.
No, yeah, that street, yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's like down going towards like Spruce. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when I got to my job, I'm looking, I'm like, damn, somebody fine. So I see this van across the street. Me, well, I probably shouldn't have did that because it probably would have went a whole nother way because they probably still wanted to like follow me. But I walk and I'm walking, I'm like, and the guy, he started like hi, and I was like, oh shit, so I'm getting followed. So I jumped in my car, I pull off. Now they chasing me, but not chasing me, but I'm flying. Yeah. So I get on 29, and you know how the highway, I got off by the prison, came back, and I ran through the light. Yeah. It's a highway. Yeah. So I parked my car, I went to my mom's house, and I was just like, oh shit, like, bitch. Like, I ain't tell her, but I'm like, just nervous. Like, it's like, why is they following me? I'm starting to think all type of stuff. And I'm like, I never in my head thought it was
the feds.
Or for no drugs. Like, I just got out here. Yeah. Like, I've only been doing it for 3 months. So, like, the feds, after 3 months, like, come on. Like,
how much Stacks got bumped off with?
Stacks ain't get bumped off with nothing. The crazy thing is, the Stacks was actually in jail already. Off of like a probation or a parole, something like a
somebody
hold
told
charge.
On you?
Yeah, they did.
Damn.
Yeah. My paperwork said I had 3 CIs, but my lawyer was like, they be lying.
It's probably just one person.
Yeah, but they gotta like switch it up. But yeah,
they don't got like the name or nothing like that.
They don't never have names. They just have CI1, CI2, CI3.
What they tell them exactly?
They told. Well, see, what the crazy thing is, they wasn't trying to tell on me. Yeah. They was trying to tell on my peoples. Yeah. But the thing was, I can't tell on him. But if you get her, she'll tell on him. Cause I'm a girl. They like, you know, she gonna tell everything. Yeah. So niggas got scared. Like, they was like, hell no. Like, bitch, she gonna tell. But is she gonna tell? They didn't know. Yeah. But it was like, hell no. Like, bitch, she could take everybody down. Like, cause that's all I be around. So it's like, hell no. Like,
But you stood tall.
That's what's up, bro.
Make some noise.
The women friend. You know who said that?
What?
The women friend.
Whatever.
Nah, that's what Ho said. The Lil Kim's in them. Shout out to Lil Kim's in them.
Hey yo, I want to bring us back. That's beautiful. You made it through that. You stood tall.
That was nice though. Make some noise for that though. She walked me through it. I was kind of in the trance just now.
It all looks like.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I can't. You want to do a book reading for a part 2?
That's interesting. I should.
That'd be nice. We can sponsor it.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Yeah, I can do that.
Make some noise for everybody that stood tall out
dressed
there.
Dressed up in a little dress like a housewife, like a Atlanta housewife. You feel me?
Yeah, I can
one
do
of them
that.
Big dresses, and then you be sitting down with your legs crossed reading it.
I'm a fan of comeback stories.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a huge comeback story. A lot of people counted my girl out.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people thought it was over.
Mm-hmm.
But now she back with a bestseller. You heard? The makings of her. You heard?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Part 2 is on the way. I want you to, especially for my young ladies that's listening at home, I want you to talk a little bit about the courage it took to come back even better and to put your mind on what it was you really wanted to do, to kind of get away from all the bullshit, all the distractions out there.
Mm-hmm.
Put your mind on what it was you wanted to do and make it happen. Not only make that happen, but part 2 is on the way, in case you didn't know. If you didn't know. Talk to him. How did you do it? How did you keep going? Because it got dark.
Yeah.
It got dark.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah, it was hard. It was actually hard, but I had a good support system.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my mom legit used to drive 45 minutes for a 15-minute visit, and she never missed one.
Mm.
Never. And I used to tell her, like, Mom, you ain't got to come all the time. The visit's only 15 minutes. She's like, I'm gonna come. Like, I had a dope support system. I always was able to call home. I always had money on my books, and me, just the hustler and me in the county, I had a store.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, I was doing the 2 for 1. Yeah, like I had cakes all stacked up, candy bars. I was a plug in this. Cause in Mama County, only thing they got there is a bunch of dope fiends. Like they was revolving. I used to be sick. Like, can I just get out one time?
Yeah.
Oh, but then I didn't tell y'all this. I did get out. I got out on bail. Okay. I had to wear a bracelet. I was on house arrest.
They were still watching you?
Yeah.
Did they ever go and raid your crib and shit like that?
Yeah, they raided. That's how, when they raided,
so, hold on. I'm sorry.
Look
Because you stopped a little bit. It just kind of went, like, it's some shit, like, you left hanging, right? You was in the chase, right? So after the chase, right?
Oh, yeah. So after look at you.
Sorry, y'all. She was in high fucking speed chase. She got to her bomb crib. And that was the end of the story. God damn.
No, so what happened was, okay, so while I'm at my mom's house, I'm making phone calls. I'm calling, like, I got money in the crib, like, go to the house to get the money out the safe. Okay. Can you go get this? Because I'm, like, trying to get everything out the house. But I sent somebody to ride by there, and they was like, yo, it's DTs everywhere. Like, yo, what, you was bumping out the crib? I'm like, no. So I'm like, what the fuck going on? So I'm really scared. So then the whole time that I'm on the phone, they got the place surrounded. So nobody could go in the house, because how I found out nobody could go in the house, I had my girl go there. And I was like, yo, go to the house and see, like, what's going on. Like, get the stuff out the house. So when she went to try to go put the key in the door, they came out and was like, can't nobody go in here, we waiting for a search warrant. So she tried to act like she was on the phone with her mom, but they told me later that they knew it was me. She was on the phone like, Mom, they won't let me go, there's cops everywhere. But this is what she's saying to me. And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, damn. So what happened was they raided. They found they found drugs, they found the money. And then I was on the run.
Okay. So how long you was on the run for?
I was on the run for like 3 weeks.
Okay.
But it got bad, because they started harassing people.
Yeah, threatening people and shit.
Saying they was gonna lock my mom up. They kept, because they really was mad because when they raided my house, they tore the house up. But the next day, my mom and them went and got a U-Haul and moved. Everything was out. They cleaned the house out. They went back. So when I went to court and everything, this is how I know they went back. They went back, but everything was gone.
Yeah.
So, cause you know they probably was trying to come back, confiscate stuff, cause you know that's what they do, cause they looking like what the fuck is going on here. Yeah. So, my mom and them cleaned the house out. So they kept coming. I had my apartment there, but I had an apartment in the projects. So I never gave that apartment up. My sister stayed there. Yeah. So they kept going there. Yeah. Like, where your sister at? This and this and that. Like, we looking for her. Then I hear my mom crying like, I just wish she just turned herself in. Like my mom legit was crying hard. And I'm like, Dad, I felt bad. Because I'm like, you know, back then, you know, my apartment, you know, how we did was in my mom's name. Yeah. It was in my mom's name and one of my friends. Yeah. So with her name being on the lease, my name not on the lease. Yeah. So I could have been like, prove it. It ain't mine, but you can't do that. Like, you know. And they telling my mom, like, we know it ain't you. We just tell your daughter to turn herself in. So I didn't know how serious it was because I'm thinking like, okay, it's the state. I'm going to get the bill. I'm going to come home. I went on a run. And this guy I was talking to, he came and got me like, yo, he wrote it out like, yo, I got your back no matter what. But I didn't know that these niggas was in some shit too. Because I thought they was like going to school, they was educated because they really went to college. But this they was on some shit. But I didn't know that. Because I'm thinking like, you know, like he holding me down. I fucks with him like, you know, so I went on the run with him for 3 weeks. His older brother came and he was asking him like, do you know how serious this shit is? And he like, nah. He was like, man, look at this shit. But I can hear him. So he shows him the paper. So he like, yo, Biz, come here. So I comes out the room. So he like, look. So when he's like, you know what this is? I'm like, no. He says the United States District Court. I'm like, he's like, this the feds. I'm like, the feds. So bitch, I'm like, cause you know this is back
on their ass or on your ass?
No, on mine. That he had the warrant. Like my friend that went there after they raided, my friends went there. Yeah. So they gave him the warrant. Yeah. So he like, it said United States District Court on there. So he like, this the feds. So I'm like really sick because you know this back in 2002. We hearing stories of the feds, but you ain't coming home. I'm like, hell no. So bitch, I'm like crying. I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck? What is going on? They was like, yeah, they raided the house. They left the warrant. So I see the warrant. I'm like, oh my God, like, yo, it's really the feds. So I stayed for 3 weeks and I had to get my affairs in order though. So my peoples who I was with, not the one on the run, like my man who I was with that was in jail, his brother had got me a lawyer. Cause they all was like thinking like, bitch, we gonna make sure she good. Cause bitch, you know you won't take care of it. They gonna start telling. Yeah. That never, it never crossed my mind. Cause only thing I was thinking about is, I can't do that to him. Right. So it was basically like, I got my affairs in order. My lawyer was paid, and I'm like, what can I do? They terrorizing my mom. She's scared. Yeah. Like, she crying. Yeah. Just turn yourself in. So he was like, not the one in jail, my peoples who I went on the run with. Yeah. He was like, you know, whatever you want to do. He was like, I got you. Like, and I was like, all right. He's like, you ready to turn yourself in? Yeah. I was like, yeah. So I'll never forget. We came over to Trenton Mays Bridge because I was out PA. Came to Trenton Mays Bridge, and you know they used to have the projects down South Trenton, but I don't know if the projects was there in 02 or not, or those houses.
Where, out South Trenton?
Yeah.
In 02? No, it was definitely the project.
It was, yeah.
But down bottom by 29?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was project.
Yeah, because my people dropped me off in the parking lot, and I let him get enough time to leave, and I called the number because they left a number. And they came and got me. They was there like this.
What? Damn.
Yeah, they came and got me. And they took me to East State Street. Yeah. And then they just had all this shit. I was looking like, and I'm just like, yo, they like, and they flat out told me that we know it's not yours. Just say it's his, and we'll let you go.
So what made it a fair charge exactly though? Like, was it because was you selling it like out of state?
It wasn't that. What made it a fair charge was these guys probably was always on the Fed radar.
The dudes at the back end, the ones.
No, not the ones that I was on the run with.
The ones.
The dude that I was messing with.
Yeah.
But they couldn't never like whatever. So when I went there, no lie, they had this long ass table. So it was the agents. It was 2 agents. It was the DEA lady and my lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
They had all this transcripts of phone calls, and they had this billboard, like boards with triangles with pictures, with all the niggas on the pictures, like, and they like, so we know it's not you. All we need you to do is just say. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then they was asking me like, they actually had the dude who I was on the run with that I told you they went to college. They actually had his picture as one of the pictures.
Oh, so he kind of like probably knew.
They probably was because they probably was watching me.
Okay.
And then probably know about them.
Yeah.
Because eventually they went to the feds too, but years down the line. But they had all their pictures, and I'm like, well, what they got to do with anything? Like, they don't got nothing to do with this. And they was like, oh, we know it's his. Like, we've been listening to the phone. They had the phone conversations. They had everything. And it was just like, I was like,
your mom phone tap too?
They really wasn't, I don't think they had, because they wasn't listening to none of her conversations. It was mostly the jail conversations. Okay. And the guy used to be like, you know how it used to be us in that damn basement listening to the calls? I was like, y'all really be doing that, huh? He was like, yeah. And he was like, so you ain't got nothing to say? I was like, nope. I was like, I ain't got nothing to say. I was like, it wasn't him. I was like, he was in jail a whole year before y'all come.
Still in contact with the guy?
Yeah.
Y'all see he's still in jail, or is he
Nah, he home. Which one?
Not the one you went on the run with. Not him. Not the college. Not the college guy. I'm talking about the real guy.
Yeah, the real guy. Yeah.
You in contact with him now? Mm-hmm. How's your relationship?
It's complicated.
I want to switch lanes, man. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, y'all was kind of satting me out. The jail talking stuff.
That was interesting.
You home? It's a celebration now. Yeah. Nah, it's a celebration now. Make some noise. Hey yo, World Takes Podcast, episode 87.
Yeah.
You already know it's your boy Big Mo. I'm here for the people. The people at home is dying to know. They want to know, is Ella single or is Ella taken? That's what they want to know. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of the situation. We playing. Y'all playing. You heard?
No, I'm not single.
Ella is taken. Make some noise, y'all.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Somebody find you valuable. Valuable.
Make some noise. The people at home, they want to know, is it the guy from the story?
No.
It's the Stacks.
He's just still around.
Oh, Shay fucking with Stacks, y'all.
Stacks still around, though. Make some noise for Stacks.
Stacks slide through.
Make some noise for Stacks, y'all. We respect that. Anyway, the Making of Her Part 2, Ella is on the way. I want you to tell the people they can look forward to that maybe later on this year.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
this year. I ain't mean to say this year.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put no date on it.
It's already October, y'all.
I know, I ain't gonna put no date on it. It's why I can't see my comments. What, I don't got this one right? I see active, but where's the?
You ain't even live. You gotta hit the button.
You can tell her that about it.
Hey yo, big shout out to You Get What You Give. Tuned in, You Get What You Give. NJ tuned in on the Instagram.
Carrie, that's my mom. You know what I mean? She doesn't let motherfuckers know.
Big shout out to Curio on the Instagram. Big shout out to Best Friend on the Instagram. If you tuned in, we appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all. Make some noise for the followers at home. They saying they want it now. They want part 2 now. Listen, part 2 on the way. Hold your horses. We perfecting everything. We finalizing everything.
Yeah.
Part 2 on the way. The makings of her, Ella. You already know.
We adding a World Takes interview on part 2.
I got y'all.
At least part 3. Part 3 we're gonna do a World Takes interview.
To all future guests, I wanna note up here in the front of the table you can see 2 autographed copies of the Making of Her Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a future guest on the show, take notes. This how you want to treat us when you come on the World Takes. I'm honored. I got an autographed copy of Part 1. That's going on the trophy case. That's going on the mantle at home.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure y'all tap into Amazon. Make sure y'all tap into keepingdior.com. Get your copy now.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is a
reading
classic.
mine by Saturday. Y'all tune in Saturday. We got Ella coming back for the After Dark.
Oh, After Dark coming up.
We're gonna formulate questions based off of some off the book for that one.
Make sure y'all tune in to World Takes After Dark. Also found on Instagram. Also found on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your content. We there. I want to kind of shift lanes.
Before you shift lanes, we'll let you drop your socials. Tell them where they can find the book.
Okay, you can find a book on my website, keepingdior.com, Amazon. I got them on hand. You can hit me up in my DM. I got them on hand. That's about it.
Okay.
Make some noise, yo.
Front door service. You ain't even got to drive.
Listen to music.
Yes.
What kind of music you into?
You know I'm a real nigga first.
Okay. Talk about it.
What you listening to right now?
Oh, you know what? Basically, what I'm listening to right now, honestly, is PNB Rock Radio. I got it this time, right?
Yeah.
Like
PNB.
Yeah. So I'm listening to his radio, but I love Glorilla.
Okay.
Oh my God, I love her, little ratchet baby.
Like that.
Yep.
He got all these little bitches, but the biggest
One is me.
She like the ratchet shit. The ratchet girls talk that shit.
Not really. I like her. I like her. I like Lil Baby. I like Kodak Black. I like all the,
Okay. Both Lil Baby and Kodak Black dropping this month too.
Yeah, I know. They got new albums coming out. I can't wait to hear Lil Baby.
Lil Baby on the 14th, Kodak tomorrow.
What you think about
Cut through Bill.
You watch the BET Awards?
Yes.
Lotto, she won Song of the Year over Kodak. What you think about that?
Well, her song was kind of like on a commercial base, so of course hers was gonna go up because she had Mariah Carey. It's like a remake.
Did you like the song?
Not really.
Well, you vote Kodak or you Super Gremlin or Big Energy?
I love Super Gremlin.
But do you know the song Big Energy? Did you already know that? Like you already knew it?
I've never heard it.
It's like I heard it, but it wasn't nothing that I was playing or blasting in my car. Like I skip past it.
I've never heard it.
I was telling him earlier. I thought it was the other song when it was like when she be like "boss bitch," just giving "boss bitch" or some shit she be saying.
I like that one.
That's the song I know.
That I'm
I never heard Big Energy. Never.
You never heard Big
Never,
Energy?
ever.
Wow.
I heard Gorilla though. I heard
I like Super Gremlin.
Let's Go. I heard that.
Yeah, that's my song.
Super Gremlin is the fastest selling platinum song in history.
I love that song. I love that song.
It was big. It went platinum.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand how he didn't win. It was like, how? But like I said, she was on a commercial. And then I think when they did the stats, I think she was like #1 or something.
Nah.
Yeah.
On what?
Like on different platforms with music.
That shit. I don't think that shit ain't go platinum or nothing.
No,
like
she
that.
had like the highest rank. I'm telling you, like it had something to do with numbers because they was talking about it. Okay. I be watching the Shade Room. They always talking about something.
Okay.
Are you a Lotto fan?
Not really.
Lotto don't do it for you.
She don't do it for me. I think she kind of like corny.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
What about you?
I like I used to listen to a lot of the old mulatto shit. Like I'm not the biggest female rapper guy because obviously what they talking about I can't relate, but I can acknowledge when you good.
Right.
Lotto's good. The old Mulatto and shit. I used to like it because it was kind of like hood. Like she got some new songs that kind of slap for female shit. You feel me? But I'm not the biggest Lotto.
She didn't have a song because what usually happens is somebody have a hot song, then it makes you go listen to.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't nothing where like I was like, oh, I gotta download Lotto. Like.
Yeah.
I think the bar is low. Like I don't really think she made good music. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put that out there. This Big Moo talking in case you ain't know. I ain't really rocking with Lotto music. I don't really think she can rap that good. I don't really think she's that talented. And that's no knock. If you found a lane and you getting money in your lane, stay in your lane, get your bread. Salute to you. Make some noise.
Yeah, Shorty got the award though. She won that. She got that.
Yeah, but I congratulate her, girl power. I'm all for that. But
one thing about them award shows, they been biased though. It's just like if that's what you clinging to, like
That's what Kodak said.
Shorty got the award.
Kodak said he for all the girl power too, but come on, man.
That's what you clinging to though. You already lost. The
yeah.
award shows is just like radio.
Yeah, you
like,
can't base your stuff off of that because
play for spins.
if you let them dictate if you good or not, you ain't gonna never accomplish nothing because you always worrying about what somebody else's opinion is. Like
we're gonna bring the World Take Awards, man. There's no more Source Awards out there. It's nothing that really know what the people out here like.
Right.
It's all these numbers. I don't know where Lotto won that, but in my world, like I ain't never hear that song. But Super Gremlin.
Yeah. That song come on, I get lit. Like like the whole
I
beat.
go word for word with that shit on.
Right.
I want to say something to the people at home. If you still tuning into these award shows, you need to stop. You need to stop. If these award shows going to constantly slap the biggest and the best artists in the face, had them come out, had them bring their moms to the show, and then they don't win no awards, but y'all giving out awards to these subpar artists, we're going to stop supporting y'all as a culture. You know, you're dealing with the biggest. It's the biggest, Big Moo.
Yeah. Shout out to Meth Bean too. And boy Meth Bean home. Shout out to the Breast Cancer Awareness Month too, y'all.
Listen, I want to say something to these award shows. Y'all gonna lose us as viewers if y'all keep up with the bullshit. BET, y'all lost me a few years back. The Oscars, the Grammys, the Emmys, y'all been lost me too. If y'all want to get our viewership back, y'all got to start being fair to our artists and the artists we throw our support behind, man. Because y'all been robbing us for a long time, man. We ain't going to stand for it no more. Y'all got any final thoughts, Kodak, Lotto?
Nah.
I don't even really rock with Lotto like that. I'm going to be honest with y'all.
Yeah, me either.
Lotto had the whole controversy a couple months ago where she tried to say an artist on her album wanted to have sex with her for the feature.
Yeah, and then she
let them run with Kodak name. She never cleared Kodak name, and come to find out it wasn't even Kodak.
Who you think
so
it was? Wayne?
It's just disgusting at this point.
Wayne had a song called "Sunshine, Sunshine on Me, Sunshine." That's a cool Lotto song for a girl song, but it might have been Wayne. I'm saying Wayne. Who you say? Who tried to fuck Lotto?
I don't know. Wasn't she messing with the England boy? What's his name? Because I love him too.
Who?
21 Savage. That's my boy.
Oh, 21 Savage.
What?
Lotto? Oh.
Yeah, that was her boo.
Okay. Shout out to 21.
Yeah, I love 21 Savage.
I mean, inbox over it though. Don't do that.
Kanye West, White Lives Matter. Y'all got anything?
My daughter said she better than Lotto. She way better than Lotto.
I believe it too. I believe it.
That's right,
Carry out. Yeah.
I believe it. Lotto horrible. We can't wait to have you up here too. What's her name?
Carry out.
She said that. She said Lotto old stuff is hard.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I gotta listen to her old and see.
To be honest, that's when she had different writers, y'all. Her old stuff trash and her new stuff trash.
I don't think she had writers though.
Trust me.
She was like writing. She was like a child rapper at one point. like early rapping real.
Wait,
Lil Prodigy, she was a young Kodak.
Is she the
For
one?
girls.
Is she the one that had that song with
Gucci?
Gucci?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that song.
Yeah, she got
I
some
like that
slaps,
one.
for sure.
I liked that one.
Okay.
That's
some
because
slaps.
I like Gucci.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Gucci.
I ain't a Lotto hater. I ain't gonna lie. Like Lotto alright to me.
I ain't hating. I'm just
But
saying,
I don't
think
know.
she
Like
should've won.
honestly, I don't think she should have won
I don't
either.
think she should've won, but-
it's mad songs of the year in my world that I go around. Like think about it. They had that Drake, Future, and Tim's. Like you don't think that's a more song of a year that
This song was dope. Wait for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's mad. I can go on for days for different songs that was probably like better than that.
Yeah, I don't know how they grade that. Yeah, I don't know how they do that.
All right, y'all. Kanye, White Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye just different. It's a method to his madness.
Okay.
It's a method to his madness. He be knowing what's going on. He very woke.
Mm-hmm.
He's very woke,
Yeah.
and I don't think they like that
Yeah.
because he don't give a fuck who you is. He gonna speak his mind. He's very woke. So
Okay.
it's a method to his madness. Like we'll figure out what it is because he on a rant today. So tomorrow maybe he'll explain
Mm-hmm.
what happened. You know that Gemini boy. You
Well,
never
how
know
you
who you
feel?
gonna get.
How you feel, man?
I don't feel no type of way. Kanye up to the same annex, man. It's getting sad at this point. I think they need. I think they need to get that boy some help, but I don't got nothing else on that, man. Do you think, Kanye? What you got?
I fucks with Kanye. I know. I mean, he explained already to me where his point at. You know what I mean? I know, like I done seen Diddy come out and it was like, yeah, Kanye, nah, Black Lives Matter. Nah, we don't fuck with that. We
Yeah.
don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
And then, Kanye responds like, we all know Black Lives Matter was a scam. We all know that shit was a
Seen that.
scam.
I seen that. He
We
said
protected.
he said we just stop
protected-
pretending.
I mean,
I don't know that personally.
Yeah,
the
so the-
foundation that lady created
that
when
whole-
she was stealing money, that
she was
a
selling
scam,
a whole
but
lot of money. That's
Black
really,
Lives Matter. That's not what it started about or what it was.
but that's what
rooted
it
in.
is, though. That's what it is, though.
That's what Kanye say it is.
No, that's what it is. Black Lives Matter is literally a foundation. It's not something
That's
just,
not. But that's not what it started
Proceeds
about,
go to
or what
one
it
cause.
was, or what it was rooted in. Black Lives Matter was when they was out here killing us in the street
No,
a
that's-
couple summers ago.
that's what people
and
took
that was
it
the
as.
movement that started. She started the foundation, copyrighted the name
Yeah.
after the fact, and used it and ran a scam.
Yeah.
But that's not what. Black
After
Lives
what
Matter-
fact? After they start collecting mad money?
After they've been killing us in the streets for the last 50, 60 years. So you stand by the White Lives Matter. Because I don't want to argue or go back and forth. You stand by the White Lives Matter?
Yeah, I stand by the shirt.
Alright,
I stand by the
we
shirt.
supposed-
I'll get a White Lives Matter shirt also. Just because,
Okay,
but his
alright,
point
yeah.
was, anyway, his point was that, know what I mean, that first of all, the Black Lives Matter was a scam, and then it's also like what people are keep standing up for. Black people kind of brainwashed in a sense to what they care about, what they don't care about. So I kind of appreciate like your point of view. I really kind of appreciate yours too, because you don't got no view, but you did kind of like say his antics and whatever, you know what I mean, and get him out of here basically.
selling
Cancel him
this-
again.
what
Let's
he-
cancel Kanye again.
I never said
You know
let's
what I
cancel
mean?
him. What he selling
In a
this
sense.
time?
But
You
it's
obviously
also-
whatever he's selling, you buying it.
Nah,
Whatever
listen,
he's
I'm
selling,
hearing
you
him out.
buying
Like
it.
every time, I try to hear him out. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
tomorrow he gonna
Yeah,
explain.
just like people fuck with people would rather have Trump right now too, because know what I mean.
Yeah, because you know why? With Trump, what you see is what you get. He don't hide. Trump is like he gonna tell you like fuck y'all.
So he also it's
And-
just little things what he said. Like I'm sure he can go on for days with that, but he said when I couldn't see my daughter for her birthday, I took it to the public, to the internet for people to be uproar to understand my pain. Ain't nobody. They call me crazy.
Right.
You feel me? It's just like what people choose to concern themselves about with and being uproar. It's like sometimes sheep, especially when it's dealing with the black community. For me,
No,
Chloe
you know,
just
listen,
came out.
You know why I like Kanye? You have to watch that Drink Champs interview that he did on Noriega podcast. When I watched that whole thing, Kanye's smart as shit, yo. And he makes sense. Like, he really makes sense. Like, you gotta watch it. It's probably like 3 hours long, but I literally legit watched the whole thing. And I was like,
Kid is only
I was like,
smart
ain't
too.
nothing wrong
That's a
with him.
smart young lady too. That's a
Chloe
smart
just
lady.
came out and said that he couldn't see his kids.
Oh yeah, I seen that
was
too.
cap.
She said that he was there.
So you running with Chloe? You
I'm
running
not-
Chloe's side? That's
I'm
what we
not running
doing.
with Chloe's
You
side
standing on
or
Chloe's
Kanye's
side? You
I'm
against?
just saying it just looks clownish from my perspective.
All right. So just to be clear,
On both sides.
okay. All right.
On both sides.
That's
When
good.
you're doing stuff when you're doing antics to sell stuff, I don't necessarily run behind that and throw my support. Like when you came with the makings of her, it was no antic. It was no white lives matter. It was no slavery was a choice. It was no they not letting me see my daughter on her birthday. Like, come on, bro.
But if you get an interview on CNN about your book and you decide to say, get Biden out of here, he's useless. You feel me? And that somehow people like, oh, that's an antic for you to sell your book. People start buying your books. Do you care if he feel like you using antics to sell your book, or do you just still speak on the truth that you feel?
One thing about Kanye, right? And this just go back to a couple weeks ago when he finally came out years later. He said Sway was right. Like that nigga gonna be wrong a lot. And when you dealing with his fans don't want to hear he wrong. Like whatever he doing in the moment, they want to accept it.
Right.
It's right. They gonna have some type of, oh, he's thinking in the future. He's a genius. Da da da. And then years later, it's gonna be discovered that he wrong. And there's never gonna be no. It's never no backtrack. Like, oh, I was wrong.
No,
You
but
feel
the
me?
thing
When
is,
Kanye
no,
first
It
started
is
making
what it
those
is.
shoes, people, a lot of his detractors was saying those ugly ass shoes, yo. A lot of
And now
people who
everybody got
detract him now, bro. A lot of people who
I don't
said
think people would say they look
I
good
remember niggas-
now.
I remember
think
niggas-
people is buying them because it's a trend, and that's
Well, I
the
got a
thing.
pair of one.
That's the
hey
thing.
man,
It's not
listen,
that
I
people
fuck with the
saying they look
Yeezys, you
good.
know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. The
Was you one
detractors
of the
getting
ones-
in
was
the
you one of
world
the
of
ones-
canceling
Was
Kanye
you
all
one of
the
the ones that
time.
said they was ugly?
Never.
Oh, so you never said they was ugly?
Nah, I ain't call them ugly. Which ones? The
The
Louis
shoes.
Vuitton
The
Dons?
shoes. The
Which ones we
shoes.
talking about?
How you just
Which
said
one of
a lot
them
of
classics
people
he
early
made? We
on
call
would
that-
say the sneakers was ugly.
Which one of
I
the
don't think
classics
them
that
people
all
would
these
say they
designers
look-
stole his wave was I calling ugly? Which ones? When he
I don't
came
know.
out with the
You
phone
one that
style
just made the point,
slipper.
bro. You the one just said
And
a lot of
every
people
other
was calling
designer
them
was-
ugly.
He came
And
out
now
with
a lot of people buying them. I get it.
Yeah, a lot of
that's
detractors.
Usually how it works.
Just like a lot of people still canceling him right now because he came out with the white. I mean, Candace Owens came out with the White Lives
I
Matter.
don't believe in cancel
shirt
culture.
at the white people fashion show.
I don't believe in cancel culture.
No, but you know he a Gemini, so you never know who you gonna get. The evil twin or the twin that got sense. When I watched the Drink Champs thing, I think it was the Kanye that had sense. It was his twin face.
Yeah. Kanye,
Did you
you
watch
welcome
the-
on
you
the
watch the
podcast.
TMZ? Did you
The
watch the
debate my
TMZ?
boy.
No.
Moolah.
You ain't watch the TMZ.
Why
when
would he do?
That's when he said the whole slavery was a choice. Oh,
And
boy.
then,
I
oh boy,
seen that.
oh boy went on a
I
long
couldn't
rant.
understand what
The
he
passionate
meant by that.
rant. Slavery was a choice?
Yes. How was it
No,
a
he
choice
said
back in
he
the
said
day?
when it comes like 500 years, it sounded like it's a choice. No other culture of people was like enslaved that long. It's like you gave up on yourself. People was rather not willing to die for the cause if you start telling 500 points, but 500 years. But a lot of things. Another thing is our whole. For me, that whole. Well, that's what he meant. I got a whole nother point of view. I don't necessarily. I got my points on it, but I understand what he say. I don't necessarily.
What he meant when he said when you get on,
I agree.
he leave ass for a white girl. What he meant by that?
What?
Yeah, that was.
When you went and when he get on, he gonna leave your ass for a white girl. That's his bar and gold digger.
Yeah.
You watch Kanye leave the sisters for the white girls, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
So
gotta-
it's just like it'd be a lot of shit with Kanye. You either gonna agree with it, which I don't not nobody agree with it, or you might see through the antics. I kind of see through the antics. That's where I'm at with it. So got any final thoughts on Kanye and the White Lives Matter shirts that he probably selling for $300-$400
Right.
with the picture of the Pope on the front? Y'all got anything on that?
Nah.
Y'all
I got-
supporting
yeah, I got
that?
one
know
more
you
thing
said-
I ain't
say I
I
was-
know you said
I ain't
you
Put your energy,
buy
put
one
your
of the
energy in the voices and better
$400
things, y'all.
You buy one
It's
of the
some real
$400
shit going on out here.
Facts.
Know what I mean? Don't put your energy into making of her t-shirts or nothing like that. Don't be so vested in that. You hear me?
And what?
Don't get no emotionally invested in nobody's t-shirt. You know what I mean? It's some shit. It's some real shit going on out here. That's all I'm saying. Know what I mean?
No, what I'm saying is, like I said, is a method to his madness.
Yeah,
He know what he doing.
Don't
I don't knock him. I like
don't
Kanye.
go crazy. T.I., don't go give no long speech. about we need to cancel Kanye on this one. T.I. Just leave this one alone, bro.
I don't think nobody coming with them speeches. I just don't think nobody want to see nobody throwing support behind that shit. That shit kind of look crazy and corny. You screaming white lives matter when your people been under oppression for 500 years, which you call a choice. That shit look crazy when you screaming white lives matter out here. In my opinion.
I mean, that's good. What
That's
I'm
just
saying,
my
but we all
opinion.
know white lives matter out here. White lives
To
is the
who?
most important lives in this country that we live in. Just to be clear,
That could have been
why-
that
that
could
goes without
have been what he
us
was saying.
you like we got examples of white girls right now cheating on their husband and able to say that a nigga sexual
If white lives matter,
sexual
already,
misconduct.
If white
And
lives
you
matter
going to
already,
jail.
and everybody knows that, why do you need to broadcast that on your TV?
Same thing with the Black Lives Matter.
It go back to my point where Black Lives Matter didn't start as a foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Black Lives Matter was black people coming together in the streets at a time when their lives really didn't matter, when their lives was being taken day by day on camera.
They
on
came up with
news.
shirts and a slogan.
Nah, no, they came to the streets.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the
I'm
point
talking
you
about the
missing.
slogan again. We talking about slogans.
No.
We talking
No,
about slogans
no,
and
no,
statements.
no.
We're not talking about-
confusing the foundation with the
We're not
movement.
talking about Malcolm X and Martin Luther
You
King.
confusing
We're
the-
talking about
you confusing
BLM.
the foundation with the movement, and you unable to separate the two. Again, BLM, the foundation came after.
Okay.
You're still unable to acknowledge that. That came months after George Floyd died. You was in the streets in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
How many days after George? It wasn't no
Well,
foundation.
BLM
It wasn't. It wasn't
yeah,
no.
was.
It wasn't no
It
fraud.
was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it
BLM
wasn't.
was painted
No, it
throughout the
wasn't.
streets already.
It wasn't no
Yeah,
fraud.
it was
no,
painted
wasn't.
out throughout mad streets in America.
That's cat.
yeah.
That's cat.
Yeah, it's
You
it
saying
was.
yeah, but that's cat.
That's
It
not
wasn't.
cat, bro. All right.
BLM got painted in the
Let's
streets
move
after
forward.
George Floyd died. What you mean? And then it's like, what you mean?
And so people was fighting before.
So they had BLM painted on the streets before George Floyd died or after?
No, you saying they came in the streets before George
I
Floyd
never
died.
said
That's
that.
when the
What you
movement
talking-
started. That's when
No,
the riot
I
he
started.
never
said-
said
he
that.
said
You know,
after.
I never said that.
So you saying people been in the streets fighting against trying to prove that black people count
I'm
in
saying
society?
Black Lives Matter, the
BLM.
foundation
Yeah.
that he said was a fraud. The point you brought up, that came after Black Lives Matter, the movement.
It was
That's
a Black
what you're failing
Lives
to acknowledge.
Yeah, let's just be clear.
You trying to reply while I'm talking,
Go ahead.
and that's why you're not hearing me out.
Go
That's why
ahead.
we just had Black Lives Matter, the foundation. There was a fraud. The point you made, that came months after, down the line, Black Lives Matter, the movement. That's not what Black Lives Matter was ever about.
Okay.
You can't shift the narrative years later and say, oh, that was a fraud. No, it wasn't a fraud. Again, you was out there days later. So it's like when you telling me it was a fraud, what you did was a fraud in Philly that night.
No, my shit
All right,
was I wasn't
all right,
never
okay,
for the Black
all
Lives
right.
Matter cause.
What
That
you was
wasn't
out?
never my
So what you was
cause.
out there for? What was
That
your
wasn't
cause?
ever my
What was
cause.
your cause?
Not for the Black Lives Matter.
What was the
You ever
cause?
heard?
What was the cause?
Just to be clear,
Let's talk. What
Yeah.
was the cause?
because
Let me
listen,
know what the
one thing
cause
people
was.
know about me, like I'm against the system itself, like
Okay.
the system
Alright.
that's created out here that is against black people. It's not to prove that Black Lives Matter. It's just me that I'm against the system. Like, I'm against the jail system myself. So like I hear your story and shit like that, then I ask you like when you was in there, what did the jail system do to help you prepare you for society while they taking away years away from your life and stuff like that? And that's where I know they don't rehab nobody, which should be, but it's really just to kind of jail people, mainly for black people. But Black Lives Matter not my cause.
What rehab the slaves had?
And we don't want to.
What rehab the slaves had?
Oh.
When we saying what they did was a choice, what rehab they had? What recourse they had?
No.
I mean, it was a
What
lot
we
of
talking
people
about?
fighting.
That's my whole point. Like
It
when
was
I'm
a lot of
talking about
people fighting,
antics,
though.
when I'm talking about we just out here saying silly shit to get a rise out of people or to sell some product or to sell some sneakers for the white man corporation to come take your design and now they selling it without you.
They
You
always
ain't
do
getting
that.
nothing.
Yeah.
You a clown. You a clown. It's just like I'm gonna stand on that. You a clown. You out here. White lives matter. Come on. What's for sale next?
Huh?
People said get back to the York.
What's
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
for
yeah.
sale next, yo?
Hey,
This
listen.
man coming out with Donda 3. Come on, man. Stop playing with me, man.
Shout out to Ye. Shout out to my boy Ye, man. You welcome on the podcast. Come here with debate with Moolah, who think you a clown.
I ain't showing up for that.
You feel me? Yeah.
I ain't showing
This
up for
nigga
that,
don't know
so
what. This nigga don't know greatness. That's all.
Nah, I don't. I don't.
Yeah. He don't understand.
Yeah,
shit.
y'all is funny.
I don't.
He don't understand
That's like
niggas
some heavy debate in
He don't
the
understand
Give me
niggas like
one of
Stacks.
Ye, give me one of Ye writers up here. The ones that was writing the music that everybody fell in love with. Give me one of them up here. I don't all that other shit, all the antics. If you keep that, I'm cool.
Oh yeah.
Give me Drake up here.
You
Wasn't
want
Drake
Drizzy?
writing all the hits?
Yeah.
Hov, give me one of them up here. World Takes, it's your boy Big Mo. You heard?
Drizzy got a white baby wild too. Just to be clear though. Just to be clear, while we
I
fact
don't even know what that
checking
means. You
niggas
the
live.
same man that just
Nah,
said
you
white
said-
lives matter.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
nah, 'cause you said-
I don't even know what that
Anyway,
means.
yeah, let's go back to Dior. We gonna get back to Ye. I ain't out here. I ain't no Ye ain't paying me. You feel me? I fucks with Ye. I ain't I ain't hating on Ye. I ain't knocking Ye. Do your thing, Ye. You wear your white lives matter. I'm personally unaffected. You feel me? Unaffected. I ain't canceling you for that. I don't got nothing negative to say about you. You know what I mean? You wear your shirt. You fuck with them white people. Feel me?
Okay. Make some noise for that,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah,
Make some
yeah.
noise for Ye. Make some noise for Ye.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Ella in here.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
live, we
Carrie,
lit.
ask some questions. Ask my boy Moolah all his questions.
They gonna read through the comments. Ask me whatever y'all need to ask me. It's your boy Big Moo. I got the talk for y'all.
Ask Ella.
I got Ella in here. What's good? What y'all want to know from Ella? Read me the comments. Y'all.
What's your favorite part of the book?
Ella, they want to know what's your favorite part in the book.
My favorite part in the book.
In part 1. They talking about part 1.
The whole book.
We like the whole book, yo. It's a classic. Oh, they said read a snippet. They want a little book read.
How you feel
Nah,
about
we
that?
ain't.
What? Go buy it.
A word?
Look, y'all.
I can't get y'all all the juice.
Y'all can
The
find
story
that.
is to be sold, not told.
That's right. KeepingDior.com,
How about when we prepare
Amazon.com.
the part 2? You can come and give us a snippet, a little reading.
We
for
can
the
do a
people.
book reading. I read a chapter. For y'all. We're gonna do a book reading when part 2 drop, y'all.
I actually wrote on part 2 on my page. I put the first chapter up. Was it the first chapter?
The whole chapter?
Yeah, the whole first
Tell them where
chapter.
they can follow you at one more time. Go
Y'all
tap
can
in,
follow
y'all.
me on Keeping Dior on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and on Facebook is Ella NES. LNS.
Ella. That's your real name, Ella?
Yeah, Ella is my middle name. A lot of people don't know that. They be like, "Who is Ella?" Like no, that's me.
Just ELLA?
Ella.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my middle name.
They wanna. I know they wanna do that, but I know B wanted to get the.
So what? Look, you know how they coming. What we talking about?
Hey yo, B wanted to get the 50 Cent son. 50 Cent son was receiving $6,700 a month in child support. I believe that's about $84,000 a year,
Who
yo.
doing that?
That's 50 Cent son.
Oh.
50 Cent, the rapper,
I think his name Marquise.
Marquise Brown.
Oh, he got money? His dad gave him money?
Well,
I thought he
Marquise
just
is
owned
actually
him.
saying
He exposing 50.
that was not enough. $84,000 a year, $6,700 a month. That's not enough money to live off of. He said.
Who said that? The son?
Yeah.
Son.
Oh yeah, he being greedy.
Off of
greedy.
child support.
What? And he grown though.
We want to know how you feel about child support and what you think it should be per month.
What I feel about child support? Actually, I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for me. I just look at it like, if you gotta go to child support, me personally, the fathers should take care of their kids. It's a given. Like, you know, it takes two people to make a kid. It's not only yours. But also, I just noticed as a mom, the weight always falls on the mom.
Yeah.
If the parents is not in the same household.
My bad.
So it's like you stuck doing everything. The mom stuck doing everything. Not unless you got a dad that's really active.
How many children you have?
I have 2.
2 girls?
Nope, I have a boy and a girl.
Okay.
And my kids are like 20 years apart. So
20 years apart.
yes, I did it over. Yes,
So how old is the youngest?
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't got no 30-year-old.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Uh-huh.
No, you don't. Make some noise, y'all.
Yes, I have a 30-year-old.
Make some noise, y'all. Black don't crack.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's a big fact.
I'm trying.
They want to know, the people at home, they dying to know. You said you was in a relationship. They want you to kind of walk them through that. How did you land him? You know, nah, listen, we got a lot of female viewers. Some of them is single.
Wait, how did I land who? Now?
The guy now.
Oh.
The one.
The
You know
one?
what I mean?
How did I land? Well, I don't know. He just asked me, can he take me out?
Mm-hmm.
And we went out, and then it was just over after that.
It was
The
chemistry.
vibes.
Mm-hmm. It was something different.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely something different. It wasn't what I was used to.
Okay.
He definitely showed me a lot that, you know, sometimes you could be soft because I'm kind of like guarded, you know, from situations. So I'm kind of like rough.
Yeah.
Like,
Say it. You say
I'm
it.
kind of like
You're
a
right.
rough, like
You
I'm
kinda
hood, like I'm rough, like it's like I'm too much sometimes.
Word.
Yeah, like I
Damn.
just like it's not too much sometimes. It's that it's like I'm strong headed. Like my attitude is I don't need you because I'm so used to doing everything on my own. But it's
Yeah.
like no, like just embrace this.
Yeah.
You know,
Embrace
the real love and embrace the love that I'm giving you. Like, you know, because sometimes you be looking like people don't really be genuine.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like you got one foot in, one foot out, and you like you watching everything because you basing that on, you know, your past. So it's different. It's
All
different.
right. So what? He a big dog? Like he like? Cause I'm hearing your stories, and it's like you dealing with like certain caliber of guys.
Yeah, he good.
He good.
He good.
Okay.
Where'd y'all meet? Where'd y'all meet?
Actually, he told me that he been watching me since back in Diamond days.
Diamond in a
Y'all
rough.
remember Diamonds?
Diamond.
LPA, y'all never been. How old is
Nah.
y'all? First of all, y'all probably
How
wasn't
old are
going.
you? Let's talk about it.
Oh my
Before
God, I
we
got
go.
30-year-olds. So how old do you think I am? If
I'm
I
not
got a
doing that.
30-year-old,
Ask Moolah.
how
Moolah
old
be
do you think
knowing.
I am? He really, yo. Matter of fact, when I was around y'all probably thought I was your age, or younger.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
'Cause I used to be hanging with all the
So you
guys.
don't want to talk about it? People.
How old
like-
I am?
Yeah.
I got a 30-year-old. Add it up.
Yeah, nah. Listen, make some noise, y'all.
Hey, Moolah, take it wild guess.
Again, y'all, black don't crack. We living proof in here, man. World Takes Podcast 87. You heard?
How old you think I am?
You probably like 35,
Nah,
40.
42.
Word.
Yeah. Black don't crack, y'all.
You 42? Okay, I can see that. Like my brother's age.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Crack, y'all. Black women age well, though. Y'all age well.
Thank you.
Y'all age well, but the rough around the edges, that shit make it tough for people sometimes.
I
with
know.
All that, like, yeah, I don't need no man shit.
But you know what is sometimes you can't help that is because how you brought up and what you used to. Like I've been on my own literally since I've been 16.
Yeah.
Like I have my own place.
Would you consider that like trauma?
It wasn't trauma. I think it just my mom always just instilled in me like don't never, like for instance, don't never move with no man if you can't afford the bills on your own.
Okay.
Don't never depend on no man because if the
For real.
man think that you need him and he know you need him, then that means you gotta tolerate a lot of stuff to stay with that man because you ain't got nothing. So I always gotta have my own. Because if you leave me today or tomorrow, ain't nothing gonna change. I'm still gonna live in the same place where I live. I'm still gonna drive the same car. I'm still gonna dress how I dress. You not stopping nothing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I
prepare
don't.
for the worst.
But I don't think that's a good thing because sometimes you could be lonely, like, and then you just, because I really haven't been in no relationship until, like, a real relationship until, like, now.
Yeah.
Because
that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but it's bad because it's like sometimes you when you get so used to being by yourself, sometimes it's hard to break the cycle because it's like I'm used to being by myself. But no, everybody needs somebody because if you get too used to being by yourself, you don't want nobody in your space. So it's like aggravation because it's like you here again, like you still like.
Yeah, for sure.
So you need to don't wait as long as I waited because I think I'm like stuck in my ways. But you know, for the girls coming up, like they like it's just like we so hard. Like women is really winning. Like it be 9 times out of 10 the women be making more money than the man.
Yeah.
And sometimes men can't accept that. They feel they less than when at the end of the day, in my situation, like I don't care what you got now. Like people label me. I always hear like, well, she don't talk to nobody if they don't got no money. But that's not the truth. You know, but at the end, it's not. But it's just that I can't help that everybody I talk to had the bag, but you know, it ain't like I went searching for it. No, because you know what it is? It's just that they put it out there like, if you ain't got a bag, she ain't talking. So it's already out there. So you ain't even going to come to me because you heard it. So you thinking like, man, she out of my league. I ain't talking to her.
About it.
So the niggas with the bag, like, I got the bag, so I'm going to try my hand. And sometimes you still get shot down because I don't care how much money you got. If you a clown, you a clown. Yeah. That's not going to impress me. Yeah. I can't be boss.
Make some noise.
Like, I run a bag up by myself, right?
That is sick. You better say it. Make some noise, yo.
Yeah. Niggas with the bags always gonna have the most confidence, though.
Yeah, but the niggas with the most bags, some of them be corny. Like, you can't uncorn a corny nigga. I don't care how much money you got. Because then you can have money and you can dress country as hell like you corny. Like, why you got all them labels on? Like,
I would say like a large majority of men are probably like what you might consider corny or clowns. Like, it's not. Men aren't as socially calibrated as women for the most part. Like, I mean, men be needing adjustments and help sometimes with things that y'all be sharp about. You know what I mean? You see how you can come in, you can, how many, like, you know what I mean? You can smell a motherfucking cologne.
Okay, I knew what you had on.
Like, you think, like, average men, like, if you had 100 men line up, like, you think over 50% of men, something like more than half know what that is, you feel me?
No.
Exactly.
Or I walk straight in like, I know what you got on.
Women are very socially calibrated. Y'all running the men. It's men that you overlook on the daily. Like they never even crossed your mind. You seen them, you interacted with them, but you can't picture their face, nothing. You feel me?
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, so I feel like a large majority of men are like probably corny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When men talk amongst themselves, that's the last first thing they say about other men. Like,
they do.
Corny. Like,
that nigga corny. I don't fuck around. Yeah, because I hang around niggas and I hear it.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's a bad thing.
They got this dude, Shannon Crowder, he talking about Russell Wilson. And he
but I like Russell Wilson. Like, you can't call Russell Wilson corny for loving on Sierra, treating her how she deserved to be treated.
Women fuck with Russell Wilson.
I fuck with Russell.
I fuck with, if women fucking with you, I fuck with you. Because at the end of the day,
Russell is a man. Russell is a man. Niggas need to take lessons. Like, Russell don't play no games, okay? He loves CC. I don't care how many niggas you been with, you mine. And he ain't letting none of that stop him. Niggas deal with ego. So they think about who you been with, and that deters how they fuck with you. Like, if you, like, they come in with that mindset, like, oh, she messed with such and such, or I can't wife her because she dealt with such and such. Like, he ain't do none of that with her. He ain't care about none of that.
Yeah.
Bitch, I love her. Because what you get from a woman, she's not going to give that to everybody. So he see a side of her that maybe she couldn't be vulnerable or a girl with cheating ass Future.
Yeah.
Like, she had a kid behind, she probably, like, she love her kid, but I bet she probably feel like that nigga was the worst, because he don't give a fuck. It's a big difference. Yeah. Future to Russell, like, totally different.
Yeah.
But I fucks with Russell.
I fuck with Russ.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Russ.
Yes.
Dangerous.
Hey, Russ, stay away from my baby mom, no, bro. I fuck you up. Fuck you talking about? Don't be playing. Well, you can play catch with my son though. You can play football. You can play football with my son, my boy.
I fuck with Russ.
You funny.
Make some noise for Russ, y'all.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to get everybody's final thoughts. You know, I want to say, before I even pass the mic, the Making of Her Part 2 on the way.
Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to go tap in, keepingdior.com, amazon.com. I need y'all to grab Part 1 right now. It's your boy, Big Moo. You feel me?
You get what you giving, MJ. Say, can we talk about the book? Yeah, we talked
We
about
talked about
it.
the book.
That shit.
Hey, yo.
Tell them where they can find that shit. She wanted you to read the whole book.
Did you tune in? Who is that? Who is that in the comments, yo? We love our followers. Hey, yo, watch the beginning of the episode. We was all into the book. You feel me? Dior is the main character. She's trying to stay away from love until she run into Stacks.
Yeah.
Stacks turn her world upside down.
Yeah,
you heard?
Yeah.
Stacks coming like a big move. You heard? Let's go. Let's go, man.
Oh, God.
You put a big move in Part 3.
Word
They
up.
love that shit.
That shit alive. Hey, I want to get y'all final thoughts. I want everything. B, we're going to save you for last. I want to go to you, Ella. I need final thoughts. If you have anything on Kanye, on the Makings of Her Part 2. What else did we talk about? On the Lotto situation. On anything, anybody you want to shout out. Now, I know one of your daughters does music, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I know she got something, so if you want to shout her out, go ahead.
Yes, I want to shout my daughter out, Curio, on Instagram.
Okay, need some noise.
She actually got songs on what is that? Apple Music.
Okay. Go tap in, y'all. Go tap in.
She actually good though. She actually good. She got some cookie lines and beats and stuff. Cause I'm kind of like a beat girl.
You like the beats?
I listen to the beats before I listen to what they saying, cause the beats is what's gonna keep you grooving. Then you gonna start listening to the words.
Words like
We're gonna set something up.
Yeah, for sure. She'll be up here. You got anything for me? Yeah.
Nah, nigga.
Yeah.
What you talking about? You know, this is my boy.
Yo, y'all funny.
My boy. I know this is my boy.
Yo, y'all
I'm gonna tell you what's going on.
Oh my God.
He feel like he wants some type of Kanye point.
Yo,
everybody when you talk about Kanye, they feel like they want some point. And then I don't care.
Y'all is funny.
I think that's dope that you wrote a book though.
Thank
I think
you.
that's kind of like envy. I could envy some shit like that, like, but in a good way. You know what I mean? But that's
fire.
That's beautiful.
That's fire.
And then you on 2, but like I ain't even think about one yet.
Yeah, because you know what? Once I did it, like I probably got on her nerve the most. Like she really Naya is the truth.
Make some noise for
Give Naya some love.
Make some noise for Naya, yo.
Yes, you gotta get Naya her flowers. I be working.
You.
Naya be like, I know Naya be like Loretta. She be like Loretta.
Word up.
That's your name?
Word up.
Yeah, Loretta. But my son called me
Loretta
Loretta.
Ella.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My
She
son
said,
called
"Yup."
my son called me Doretta, so she'd be like Doretta. I'd be like, come on, Naya, I need like I called her when they was up here. I was like, Naya, you gotta get me on that podcast.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You already
Always
know what
with-
it is.
Okay.
You already know what it is.
She putting them plays together. Thank you. Thank you,
Yo.
Naya.
Yes.
Naya putting them plays together. Ella scoring the touchdown. The makings of her. Ella, man. Volume 1 is out now.
Yes. It's
Volume 2 is on the way.
yes, it's coming. I'm really like super duper psyched up about 2 though.
Yeah.
I'm super psyched up about 2. I did my thing with that. I took
Yeah.
the constructive criticism. I done added some little, cause everybody, all the niggas, they like, yo, you got sex scenes in there, cause you know niggas
Oh,
in jail,
all
they
niggas
want to
ask
like
that?
be. I'm like, what?
They
They,
wanna
was
do?
like, I'm telling
One
you,
niggas in jail?
they want to beat them.
Okay.
Off some sex scene,
Okay.
like you gotta put some of that in there for the niggas. I'm telling you, and I did it.
Yeah.
I stepped out of the box and I added some little, a couple, you know. I gave it to a run because I stepped out of my shell and I did y'all a favor. I'm definitely like, I'm.
Girls like that too, though. Girls
Yeah, they
like
do.
that.
Yeah, they do.
Well, so what the niggas in jail be wanting to do?
You know what they be wanting to do. They be having that sock.
Word
So like when you was in jail with the women, like that, how the women was getting through?
They was
Tell us some stories. Like niggas be want people want to know. Like what's some of the like how women get through it?
how women get through it. They be gay for the stay. I know you heard that before, but not when the niggas. They be gay too, but they be on the low. They
So the
don't.
girls just probably get like a lot of girls. It's like a large percentage of them in there like playing
No,
like that.
let me tell you something. Right, in the county is different because in the county is like where I was at.
Yeah, let's get to the feds. Let's get to the
It's the
feds.
feds.
Yeah, that's
No, but in the feds, when I went to the feds, I was in the camp.
Yeah.
So the camp, it's like open. You could go outside at dark. It's like a college dorm.
Yeah.
Food good as hell. The camp is raw.
Damn.
So when I was in the camp, I met a couple girls from Miami. And I became friends with them. I'll never forget, there's a girl named Melissa.
What they was in there for?
Melissa and Nikki, her and her sister, they was locked up together. They got locked up in Miami for trafficking.
What?
Drugs.
Okay.
So they were sisters, but the sister Nicole, which was my friend, I call her Nikki, she got me into the drug program because when I got there, I didn't know nothing about that. I'm like, damn, bitch, I'm not to be here for a long time. She was like, no. She was like, you sign up for this drug program, you get a year off your sentence. Mm-hmm. And I was like, drug program? She was like, yeah. She was like, she wrote the letter for me, submitted it, I got approved. Mm-hmm. So when you get from the drug program, you got to go inside the prison. So you going from camp where there's no gates, you outside, you free, you get to fucking drive cars, working, like it's lit, like it's college. You get to walk outside, it's a track, like we could really legit be outside. No guards watching you because you on camp, so you low risk.
Yeah.
Like it's legit. It was super nice. Like you could sleep all day, whatever you want to do is chilling. So I got approved for the program, the drug program. Baby. They called me one word that was like, pack it up. That was like what she was like, you gotta go inside. Now that's max security.
It's turned up all the way in there.
Man, when you walk in there, that shit is like some straight TV shit. Like it's really like a square. Like a square. So you got dorms here, like a square, dorms. And then in the middle it sits like the cafeteria, and then the huge like the law library, like shit like that, where they have different stuff. And then you got like the gym. But when you walk in there, it's girls in there that look like y'all. Like they look like niggas.
Yeah.
So a girl will be easily like if you gonna be, because where I went at inside, those lifers, like, because a lot of people that was in there was from DC, because DC don't have a county jail. So if you catch a charge in DC, it's automatically federal. Mm-hmm. So we had a lot of girls, man, and they was in there for life. Like my friends that I became friends with, besides the drug program, they was like having like 17 years, 18 years, like they ain't coming home. So they got girlfriends, like real live girlfriends. That's what they was doing. They had they look like niggas. You be like, what the fuck, like, bitch.
Yeah, so
Like
it ain't
niggas.
nothing for a woman to get they
Because it's kind of like you know how it's like double standards. Like women could be like that, but men is like frowned upon on. Like what the fuck. But with women, it's like nothing. It's
so like what about like insertion? Like what was they using for like insertion?
I guess. Oh no, because I had a friend that was like that.
Okay.
So they actually was making dildos though out of like ace bandages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they was making them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then like put like something around it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, interesting. Then like lube it up.
I guess. Yeah, they had them. I used to be like, what the fuck? Yeah, they had them. Why you keep saying that? You funny as hell, yo. You super funny.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Ella will be back this Saturday. I don't know what Saturday's date is.
It's the 8th.
October.
I had to write it down
8th.
so I don't forget. The After Dark.
Oh,
What y'all be talking about on that After Dark? Should I be nervous?
We want to hear about your stories. That's what we want to hear.
Okay.
October the 8th is gonna be spicy.
All right.
It's gonna get a little bit spicier. You feel me? It's gonna be your girl, Big Ella. It's gonna be your boy, Big Moo. It's gonna be your boy.
Yeah, it's B Baby 1-2 of the World Takes Podcast, the biggest
This
podcast.
episode 87, you already know it's the biggest.